Hi, my name is Travis Guzman, and today I'll be discussing about vaccination and how it could be beneficial for us and how it can endanger us as well. I'm going to be starting off with the benefits. How vaccination could be beneficial for you is by preventing you from any sort of sickness that may be quite harmful towards you. These preventions are illness, hospitalization, and death. The estimated number of flu illnesses that were prevented by the vaccines were about 7 million, almost the same amount of people who live in New York City. The estimated number of people who were hospitalized prevented were a little over 100,000 people. The estimated number of deaths that were prevented by vaccinations were 8,000. All this between the flu season of 2017 through 2018. During the pre-vaccine era, there were cases of people developing all sorts of diseases that were almost untreatable. These diseases are still spreading around worldwide, and that includes our country as well. Diseases like pertussis, pneumococcal, hepatitis A and B, and measles, which today are still to be treated upon some people. If you choose not to get vaccinated for any reason, you may contract the disease and possibly start a worldwide spread, which can cause many people to be ill, hospitalized, and even killed. Many places might have to shut down for a good time until it can be well contained. For example, in 1912, the disease called measles became a naturally notifiable disease in the United States, requiring U.S. healthcare providers and laboratories to report all diagnosed cases. In the first decade of reporting, an average of 6,000 measles-related deaths were reported each year. Now I'm going to be discussing about the pros and cons, even though I've been mostly telling you the many ways of how vaccines can be good, but the truth is, it does have its flaws. Let's start with the pros. 1. It protects children from death, hospitalization, complications, and pain. 2. It can protect people from the same thing as children, but adults have more consequences to this as well, like unemployment and the cost of medical care, which can be very expensive for most people. And now the cons. 1. The vaccines may not work for some people. 2. It doesn't work after you are infected. 3. There are lots of shots to be taken, and too many antigens in your body is too much for you to handle. 4. There are major adverse events like autism, brain damage, HIV transmission, and allergic reactions to it. 5. The cost of prevention, which anyone with low income cannot afford. In conclusion, even with its flaws of being quite expensive, ineffective, and having its own effects, using these vaccines are completely safe to use for anyone, and it can save a whole lot of lives, or it can prevent painful illnesses upon many people. In these times of crisis, where it is becoming difficult for people to live their normal life and fearing the uncommonly certain of getting COVID-19, aka the coronavirus, people are taking refuge in their home to be safe and wait out this possible dying outcome in hope of a possible vaccine to help those who are still immune to the virus. Luckily, this horrendous nightmare may possibly be coming to an end. By the time after we enter the new year, there have been talk about a vaccine being made, even though people are still skeptical of taking the vaccine. They are worried of its effects, but I would like to reassure them, and hopefully you as well, that it'll save their lives, it'll save your life, and it can save somebody else's life around you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day.